Let's start here, and I'm joined in studio by Heidi Giokos. And Heidi, thank you so much for joining us. You were at the Afriforum versus EFF court case, and it was all about the singing of the song Kill the Boer, which of course we know is a struggle song. Afriforum saying they're concerned it's leading directly to a sense that you can go and attack farmers. But they lost in court today. Talk to us about what the judge said.
Yes, I would say it's almost a double blow for Afriforum, and the reason for this is because the case was dismissed. The Equality Court sitting in the High Court in Johannesburg did not find that the song Kill the Boer or Kiss the Boer equates to hate speech. The court found that it does not incite violence or does not increase violent farm attacks. The courts, however, also found, and this is why I say it's a double blow, the courts also found that all 5 witnesses that testified on behalf of Afriforum that believe that the song or the chant is hate speech have been disqualified. The court did not find any relevance in their evidence presented or in their testimony. They were unable to persuade the courts that the chant had increased or had persuaded anybody to go out on farm attacks. And what's interesting is that Afriforum's Ernest Roots has also been disqualified, and the reason for this is because he's highly invested in the matter, given the fact that he works for Afriforum. But let's get further detail from the judge with regards to why the matter was dismissed.
I find that Afriforum has failed to make out a case that the lyrics in the impugned song constitute hate speech as envisaged in Section 10(1) and 7(a) of the Equality Act. The order. In the circumstances, the following order is made. 1. The complaint that the first impugned song, open quote, kiss the Boer or kill the Boer or kiss the farmer, close quote, constitute hate speech and unfair discrimination is dismissed. 2. The complaint that the second song sung, open quote, Bizani E Fire Brigade, close quote, open quote, call the fire brigade, constitute hate speech and unfair discrimination is dismissed. The complainant is to pay the cost of the suit.
All right, so that's the judge. The EFF, I'm sure, were delighted because that's pretty much what they've said all along. What do they have to say? Before
we get into what the EFF said, Sally, I just want to highlight the fact that the judge is speaking about how this song can be found offensive and can be taken in an offensive manner given who the song is being sung about. The judge also alluding to the fact that this has sparked further conversation and should spark further conversation about how South Africa should rather unite instead of arguing and finding songs and struggle songs that people might feel as though this might be hate speech. The judge alluding to the fact that there should be a common understanding about heritage and history and context when it comes to struggle songs. And this ties in directly with what the EFF said today outside of court, indicating that they've always remained confident in the fact that they do not believe that Kiss the Boer or Kill the Boer equates to hate speech. They feel as though it's just a song, it's a struggle song, it was taken out of context. What's interesting is that the judge rejected the testimony and the evidence presented by Afriforum witnesses, but did not reject that of Julius, the leader of the EFF, Julius Malema. The judge found that, in fact, Julius Malema explained the history and the heritage of the chants and of struggle songs, and therefore he found that it should not be constituted as hate speech. And the EFF accepting this, calling, however, Afriforum lobby group racist and saying that they do not understand the context of these struggle songs. Let's listen into the EFF.
The judge really confirmed what we've always been saying, that we are an economic emancipation movement that seeks to eradicate poverty, that seeks to emancipate our people from slavery, and then we'll stop at nothing fighting for our people. And also, this racist Afriforum wanted us to pay 500,000. So you can see that really the motive is just to destroy the EFF. And we can certainly say to the South Africans that nothing and no one will destroy the EFF. The EFF is here to stay. The EFF is preparing to be the governing party, so they must just get used to it. And if they feel that they are uncomfortable, perhaps it's time that they pack their bags and go, because maybe they've overstayed their welcome here in South Africa.
So, I don't know, was the phrase "kiss the Boer" brought in because "kill the Boer" Was it a banned song, or was it restricted use?
No, Sally, it's because the Afriforum, during its evidence and testimony, indicated that Julius Malema had indicated that he sang the song Kill the Boer in Senegal when there was that massive outrage and
after Brendan, I think it was Brendan Horner was killed,
yes.
the farmer. Yeah.
So Malema said he did not sing that. He sang Kiss the Boer. So there was a bit of confusion and technicalities on that. So that's why the judge referred to Kiss the Boer.
Afriforum is going to appeal this, and my understanding of why the judge didn't agree that it was hate speech is because freedom of speech is something very jealously guarded in South Africa, given our history of banning everything left, right and centre under apartheid. There's a lot of room for freedom of speech, even if it is offensive to some. But there's a difference between offensive free speech and something that incites to violence. And ultimately, the judge didn't see that there was a link between that song and someone going out and hurting a farmer. They weren't able to draw a direct line. So did you get an idea from Ernst Roets on what they are going to use for an appeal?
Well, they are studying the judgment. They've indicated that they will be studying the judgment further, but they seemed rather unhappy with the fact that all 5 witnesses were disqualified, despite the fact that he is from Afriforum, and he feels as though just because he is from Afriforum does not mean his evidence should not be considered or heard or be something that the court relied on. What's interesting, though, he says that he is able to draw direct links with Kill the Boer song and farmer tax increasing. He says there are statistics to prove that. He is, of course, campaigns manager for looking into farmer tax at Afriforum. So he says he deals directly with this kind of information. What's also interesting is that this was brought up during the matter where Julius Malema was asked by Afriforum's legal team, where 2 females were attacked and murdered in 2009, and their blood was used to write Kill the Boer on the wall. And they asked Julius Malema how he feels about this and does he not see the direct link. And he said he doesn't understand the circumstances around this particular farm attack, but he cannot be held responsible for that taking place. So we do know that Roets is saying that there's a direct link and they will be appealing. Let's listen in on that.
Okay, so we don't have that bite, but we are going to be speaking to him a little later this evening. And I suppose him saying, I have this direct evidence, but then it's disqualified because he wasn't seen as an expert witness.
Yes.
Okay.
So hopefully he'll be able to give you more clarity as to what the next step is forward, because if they don't have if these 5 witnesses were disqualified, they are going to have to present new evidence and others that could possibly persuade the court where they feel as though this does constitute to hate speech and there is a direct link with farmer tax increasing because of this chant and struggle song that's being sung by the EFF.
All right. Well, thank you so much for breaking all that down for us. Much appreciated. Heidi Giokos, who was in court for us today.